Alexander Hamilton was a founding father of the United States and a central figure in shaping the nation's early government and financial systems. Born in the Caribbean, he rose from humble beginnings to become a key advocate for the U.S. Constitution, co-authoring the Federalist Papers to promote its ratification. As the first Secretary of the Treasury, Hamilton established a strong financial foundation for the new nation, including the creation of a national bank, the assumption of state debts, and a plan to diversify the economy. His vision of a strong central government and implied powers continues to influence modern debates on federal authority and economic policy. Key facts at a glance. Born January 11, 1755 or 1757, Nevis, British West Indies. Died July 12, 1804, New York City after a duel with Aaron Burr. Key roles: aide-de-camp to General George Washington, member of the Continental Congress, author of the Federalist Papers, first Secretary of the Treasury, 1789-1795, founded the United States Coast Guard, the New York Post newspaper, and the nation's financial system. Famous for his role in the Constitutional Convention, the Federalist Papers, his financial plan, and his fatal duel. His remarkable life and career, humble and illegitimate beginnings, born out of wedlock on the Caribbean island of Nevis and orphaned as a child. His intelligence and drive were recognized by local patrons who paid for him to sail to the American colonies for an education. American Revolution. Hero, quickly joined the Patriot cause. He became a talented artillery captain and, most importantly, the trusted aide-de-camp to General George Washington during the Revolutionary War. His leadership in the final assault at the Battle of Yorktown was a pivotal moment. Champion of the Constitution. After the weak Articles of Confederation failed, Hamilton was a leading voice for a strong central government. He was the primary author of the Federalist Papers, along with James Madison and John Jay, a series of 85 essays that brilliantly argued for the ratification of the Constitution and remain the most important source for interpreting its meaning. Secretary of the Treasury and financial architect. As the first Treasury Secretary, he established the financial foundation of the new United States. His famous Hamiltonian system included assumption of debt. The federal government took over the states' war debts, binding them to the national government. Creation of a national bank, the Bank of the United States, to manage government funds and issue currency. Report on manufactures. A plan to diversify the economy from pure agriculture to include manufacturing and industry. Establishing public credit. He argued the nation must pay its debts in full to be credible on the world stage. Founder of the Federalist Party. His belief in a strong central government, a powerful executive, and an industrial economy put him in direct opposition to Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, who favored states' rights and an agrarian society. This rivalry created the first American political parties, the famous duel and death. His long-standing political and personal rivalry with Vice President Aaron Burr culminated in a duel on July 11, 1804. Hamilton was mortally wounded and died the next day. Lasting legacy and modern popularity. Financial system. The mechanisms he created, a central bank, public credit, a revenue service, are the bedrock of the U.S. financial world. Implied powers. His argument for a loose construction of the Constitution, that the government could do anything not explicitly forbidden by it, greatly expanded federal power. The Hamilton musical. His legacy was explosively revived in the 21st century by Lin-Manuel Miranda's Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, Hamilton. The musical highlights his immigrant story, his relentless drive, his writings, and his political battles, making him a relatable and modern figure for new generations. In summary, Alexander Hamilton rose from poverty to become a central force in creating the United States. America that would emerge in the centuries to come was shaped by his vision of a strong, financially powerful, and industrial nation. His advocacy for a strong central government continues to resonate in contemporary debates about federal versus state powers. Hamilton's emphasis on a robust financial system is echoed in today's discussions on economic policy and regulation. Additionally, his belief in implied powers remains a key argument in interpreting the Constitution to address modern challenges. Hamilton's ideas about a strong central government continue to influence debates over federal authority and states' rights, as seen in discussions on healthcare, education, and environmental regulations. His vision for a powerful financial system informs current economic policies, with an emphasis on maintaining fiscal stability and enabling economic growth. Moreover, his support for implied powers provides a basis for interpreting the Constitution in a way that allows the government to adapt to contemporary issues, such as technology and national security.